Hello friends, I hope you all are safe at your home with your parents and doing well in your video lectures. In previous lecture we have learned about the surrender of share as well as the call of share, share forfeiture, etc. we have learned in the previous lecture. Now in today's video lecture we are going to learn some important topics like share lien, which are very useful concept as far as your study and life is concerned. So we are going to learn about this topic. Let us understand the topic of share lien. Let us first understand the meaning of lien. Before going to learn the meaning of the share lien, we have to get knowledge about the lien. The word lien. When creditor receives the right to acquire possession of property of the debtors and the right to sell the same in order to recover his dues in case of the debtors failing to pay his liabilities is called lien. Say for example, if any person has taken a loan of rupees 1 lakh rupees and he had give and guarantee for the paying the amount of the loan, but as a guarantee he had put his building as a security over there. But what happens now, this person is failed to pay the amount of the loan. At that time loan giver have a right to sell the property whatever has been put by that particular person as a guarantee. At that time the loan giver have a right to sell that particular property. That is known as the lien. Let us understand by an example. Say for example, person A is there and the bank is there. Now person A had taken a loan of rupees 1 lakh and he had put a house as a security. Now bank demanded for the repayment of the loan to a particular person named A. But now A is not going to pay the loan. At that time bank have right to sell that particular house of person A. That is known as the lien. That means bank have a special right to give a bank have a special right to sell this house of person A. That is known as the lien. Now this is the example of the lien. Only word lien. In share lien again we will take an example. Now we are going to further study. Now let us understand the meaning of share lien. As per the Companies Act 2013, a company has a lien on only those shares issued which are partly paid up for. See, those shares which are only partly paid up, only and only that particular share can be lien. By using a lien on share, a company can see, before using a lien, what type of examination and what type of steps should be taken by the company. Let us understand. First one, restrict the transfer of such share. Means a person can not transfer the share from another person. Restrict dividend means person is not liable to receive a dividend. Restrict a bonus share means a person have no right to pay a bonus. Restrict right to vote, have no right to vote in the company's meeting. Let us take an example of a share lien. Say for example, person A have a share and company. Now person A had purchased a share and given rupees to company. Now person A had put this particular share in a company as a security. Now person A had taken an amount of rupees 1 lakh from the company as a loan. But now when company demand, at that time person A will not able to pay a rupee. At that time company have a special right to sell these shares. These shares can be sold by the company, that is known as the share lien. Again I repeat an example. Say for example a person A have a share of a particular company. Now person A had put these shares as a security to the company, and now he is going to receive some amount from the company but will not be able to pay a single rupee. At that time company have a special right to sell that particular share, that is known as the share lien. Clear? Now the next topic is the share dividend. The share lien short note can be asked in 2 or 3 mark questions. Now share dividend. A company pays tax at the end of the year out of the profit earned for a year. See, a company pays a tax. Company pays tax at the end of the year. Company will pay the tax at the end of the year out of the profit. The amount of profit left after the payment of tax is called divisible profit. See, after deducting a tax, whatever amount is received remain, that is known as the divisible profit. A certain amount of divisible profit is retained as a reserve by company. See, as a divisible profit, whatever amount company wants to keep to meet an unexpected expenses, at that time he can have a reserve of out of this profit. The remaining profit is distributed among the shareholder and is called dividend. Whatever amount they have left for the shareholder, that is known as the share dividend. Thus dividend means the shares of divisible profit is distributed by the company among its shareholder on the basis of paid up share capital on shares held by them in form of cash or share or in another form. See, this dividend can be distributed in cash or shares or in other forms. Here it is important not to note that as per the Company Act, dividend can be paid only in cash. See, as per the Indian Company Act 2013, in India, no one can company can distribute their dividend in other forms. Export only can give dividend in form of only cash, not in other form. Dividend can be of two types. See, dividend of two types. First one is the interim and second one is the final dividend or annual dividend. Interim dividend. Interim dividend means which can be paid at the interval of the specific interval of the company. That is the interim dividend. That is of 3 months, 4 months, like that, or 6 months. Or like next one is the final, that is the annual dividend, means which will be paid at the end of the year, that is the interim or annual dividend. Interim dividend is paid semi-annually during the year. See, semi-annually, that means of 6 months. Between the gap of the 6 months, dividend can be given. Next one is the dividend paid. Final or annual dividend is paid at the end of the year out of the profit for the year. See, final dividend can be paid at the end of the year. Dividend is paid to equity shareholder as well as to the preference shareholder. See, dividend is paid to equity holder as well as to the preference. Means Both the shareholders, equity as well as preference shareholder, have right to get a dividend. Dividend paid on preference shares at a fixed rate of the dividend before paying the dividend of the equity share is called the preference dividend. See, preference shareholder given a specific dividend before giving dividend to the equity shareholder, then whatever dividend is paid to preference shareholder, that is known as the preference dividend. As per the provision of the Company Act, preference shareholder have prior right over the equity shareholder in terms of the receiving dividend. See, preference shareholder have prior right to receive a dividend. Therefore, preference dividend is paid first, and the board of director recommend how much of the dividend divisible profit can be distributed as equity dividend. See, after deducting the tax reserve and also give after giving the preference dividend, the board of directors can justify and recommends that how much we will able to pay a dividend to equity dividend. The equity dividend recommended by the board of directors is approved by shareholder in annual general meeting of the company. See, after the approval of the shareholders, then it is approved in annual general meeting of the company. After the approval of equity dividend in annual general meeting of the company is paid within a 60 days of such approval. Within a 60 days, that is of the within a 2 month, you have to pay a dividend. After the deciding in annual general meeting, it is the responsibility of a particular person that they have to compulsorily paid a dividend within a 60 days. Equity dividend is based on the profit of the company and need of funds for the company in future. See, equity dividend is based on the profit. How much company will earn, that is important for paying a dividend, and for that the fund is required to give a dividend, and whatever fund should be kept as a reserve for future. The board of directors decides the rate of the equity dividend by taking into consideration the need of funds for the company. See, after deciding a rate of dividend, it can be taking into consideration that the need of the fund for the company, that how much is the need of the fund, how much amount should be kept for the fund. It is most important part, and while deciding this much part, it is important that how much can be fund be put as a reserve for the meeting of the unexpected expenses. Thus, it is not legally necessary for a company to declare a pay equity dividend every year, and its rate may be changed year to year. See, not it is necessary that every year you will pay the amount of the equity dividend, but every year it is not possible, because sometimes company get a profit or sometimes company cannot get profit. At that time, it is responsibility of the company that they will provide some specific finance to the company and give a particular amount to a particular shareholder, and as a equity dividend it can be paid. So, but whenever company have loss, at that time it is not necessary that company give a necessary for the it is not necessary for the company to give a dividend on every year. So now we are going to complete this chapter after the explanation of the share dividend. Now I request you all to kindly watch this video very carefully, so you will be able to learn the whole chapter, which is totally new as far as your standard 12th is concerned, and for the little bit base you have learned in the standard 11 in a chapter number 7 of the SP portion. But now it is very important as far as your standard 12th is concerned. So I request you all to kindly watch this video very carefully, and these two topics are very important, very important for your board examination. So I request you all to kindly watch this video very carefully and learn it very carefully. And we have completed the chapter number 1 over here. So I request you all to kindly watch it very carefully. Thank you. Thanking you.